What's up, gamer? My name's Wuluko, and today I'm going to show you how to build and play a Reign of Arrows rogue in Diablo 4 Season 8. This build has a good balance of single target and AoE damage. It doesn't require any mythic uniques, and it's incredibly tanky because we can actually reach 100% dodge chance very easily. But the two biggest drawbacks to the build are that it has a pretty complicated ability rotation to take advantage of the damage bonuses we use. And even with that complicated rotation, I've only really been able to push as far as about pit tier 70 with it. So if you're looking for a giga damage build to one-shot the whole game, this one may not be for you, but I think it's really cool to walk around spamming Reign of Arrows as my main ability, so I've had a lot of fun with it. If you want to see the full details of the build while we go over how it works, you can find a link to the build planner in the description and the pinned comment below. Let's start by going over that rotation I mentioned earlier. To attack, we primarily use 5 different abilities: Heartseeker, Reign of Arrows, Dash, Dark Shroud, and Caltrops. To get the most damage out of Reign of Arrows, one full rotation is 3 Heartseeker attacks, then Caltrops, then one use of either Dash or Dark Shroud, and then Reign of Arrows. We use 3 Heartseekers because on our passive tree we take the Precision Key passive, which says when you cast a marksman skill, you gain a stack of precision. When you reach 3 stacks of precision, your next marksman ultimate or core skill consumes all of the precision stacks to guarantee a critical strike and deal way more damage. This passive is the biggest damage bonus we have by far because it scales multiplicatively the more critical strike damage we have. In other words, it's really important that you get 3 stacks of precision before every single Reign of Arrows. Caltrops, which comes next, isn't nearly as impactful as Precision, so you don't have to use it every time, but it is a nice extra bit of crowd control by default, and with enhanced Caltrops on the skill tree, it's a nice bit of extra damage too. Next we use either Dash or Dark Shroud because we take the old Dance Macabre legendary node on our Paragon board for another pretty hefty damage bonus. Then, after all that, we finally get to use our main damage ability, Reign of Arrows. The rotation isn't too bad once you get used to it, but it's definitely a lot more involved than other builds that just tell you to hold down one button the whole time. Once you get through the whole rotation, you may realize that Reign of Arrows still has a pretty large cooldown. We take as much cooldown reduction as we can for Reign of Arrows, but the lowest its cooldown can get is 9.5 seconds. Thankfully, there is a way to completely skip the cooldown if it's 10 seconds or lower, and that way is called the Preparation Specialization from our rogue powers. Preparation specifically says, spend 75 energy to reduce your ultimate skill's cooldown by 5 seconds. It does some other really useful stuff as well, but right now we're just focused on the first part. But what that means is, if you manage to spend 150 energy all at once, then you instantly reduce your ultimate skill's cooldown by 10 seconds, which is enough to completely remove that cooldown that's left over on Reign of Arrows. So to make that work, step 1 is to get enough maximum energy bonuses on your gear to get to at least 150 max energy. And then, you need to find a way to spend all that energy at once. To do that in Season 8, we use the Harbinger of Hatred's volley modifier. Basically, it spends all of your resource when you use a basic ability to make all nearby enemies vulnerable. We spam Heartseeker to stack up precision all the time anyways, so this is a really convenient way to dump our energy all at once. The only problem after that is finding a way to recover all of that energy. And thankfully we have a really convenient way to do that too. Through the Aftermath passive on the skill tree and the Zanlum rune word on our gear, we gain 180 energy every time we use Reign of Arrows. So, using Heartseeker burns all of our energy to reset the cooldown on Reign of Arrows, and using Reign of Arrows refills all of our energy for the next time we use Heartseeker. This combo allows us to spam Reign of Arrows basically as much as we want. The last thing we really need to go over is the defenses. Like I said at the beginning, this build has a 100% dodge chance, which means almost nothing can do any damage to us at all. The only exceptions to that are like damage over time puddles on the ground or certain telegraphed attacks from elites and bosses. The first thing you need to get that dodge chance is the Beastfall Boots unique with a greater affix on the Agile levels. The Agile passive gives you a huge amount of dodge chance for 3 seconds after you use any cooldown. With the exception of Heartseeker, every ability we use has a cooldown and they all get reset all the time, so this will never go away if you're in combat. The second thing is the modifier power from Duriel's Burrow. That gives you a flat 40% dodge chance for 5 seconds after activating your main boss power. I use Lilith's boss power as my main because its only condition for activating is using any skill. If you don't want to fight Lilith, you can use Urivar's or Alex boss powers instead. Between Duriel's Burrow and the extra levels to Agile from Beastfall Boots, you should be able to get somewhere from 80 to 90% dodge chance pretty easily depending on how your masterworking came out on the boots. To get the rest of the way to 100%, the most helpful things will be dexterity, because it gives an extra flat bonus to dodge chance. My character is currently at about 2300 dexterity, which gives him about 13% extra dodge chance. That alone is enough to cap out his dodge chance with where the agile levels came out. But if your dexterity isn't quite enough to get you all the way to 100%, then using the assimilation legendary aspect for the extra dodge chance multiplier should help you get the rest of the way. That's just about all you need to know about the mechanics behind this build. To see the full details on the gear, skill trees, and all that, don't forget to look at the build planner that's linked in the description and the pinned comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. If you found this build guide helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more like it. Lastly, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.